Welcome to Bad Libs, episode 18, everybody. That's 18 weeks in a row. I'm going to tell my favorite story about Fraser Smith hosting at the Laugh Factory the night Michael Richards went on his N-word tirade.
Shit. Okay.
I thought about this because somebody made a fake Netflix as a joke poster where it said Michael Richards was going to be recording his special.
Oh, he wasn't the host of the Kevin Hart roast? That was
no.
him?
That's funny. If he hosted the Kevin Hart roast, that would actually be funny as fuck.
He just wrote Hinchcliffe's jokes for him.
Yeah, right. I don't even think he writes jokes. Isn't he just an actor? Isn't he like
Michael
a comedy
Richards?
friend of Jerry Seinfeld? He hooked up with the best side gig ever.
I think he was a comic and a comedian at some point. Don't forget, he was on that show Fridays, which was like the competitor to Saturday Night Live. Remember that very famous scene where Andy Kaufman fake blows up everything? And have you seen Man on the Moon even?
Yes.
Okay, so there's that part where he blows up the sketch comedy show, and Michael Richards was on stage that night because he was in the Fridays cast. So was Rhea Perlman. So he was a stand-up comic at some point.
And he's a made man. He's been around for a while.
Right. And I like how even Jerry couldn't really fix it. You're on your own, pal.
Yeah. You don't touch that with a 1,000-foot pole, bro.
What is the deal with black people being offended by the N-word? Like, you can't. So,
what is the deal with the N-word?
What's the deal with the N-word? Why?
It's just a word.
Why does it offend you? Here, let me give you my American Express black card. Oops, I'm sorry. Can I not use that word anymore? Jeez, people.
Are you going to cancel me?
Right, come on. Here's my 16-year-old wife. Come over here. She'll tell you what I want to.
The day the soup Nazis took over. So you've all seen the video. Michael Richards is bombing because he was never really a stand-up comic. He was a sitcom character with Jerry Seinfeld. And then he would come to stand-up stages at these illustrious clubs and have to work with these amazing comedians. And he surely could not keep up. So this night, he could not keep up. He was not having a good set. And what I think is for some reason, he wanted to like be edgy or something. And he went down a hallway he could not back out of. He dropped the N-bomb. And then instead of like being like, guys, I'm just bombing here. I'm sorry I said that. I'm out of here. Good night. He went on a further M-bomb tirade and called literally like everybody there were black people there. Lots of black people there. And he was calling them all N-words. And then they were going to all kill him. It was like mayhem. Like he had to like escape the club. People wanted to kill Michael Richards that night in the Laugh Factory. Ugh. It was a fucking melee. But it was also a sold-out show at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, California. They weren't going to cancel the show because Michael Richards almost got jumped by 200 black people.
No.
So the show had to go on.
Yeah.
So apparently Jim Gaffigan was supposed to be the next comedian.
Oh, my God.
And Jim looked at Fraser and was like, I'm not going up.
Right? Can you imagine?
You know what I mean? So
although maybe he could have because he's so clean and wholesome and everything. Maybe he could be like, let's put the N-word back in the box, guys.
I don't know how he would do impossible. That, but he chose that was not the right move.
No, that's the right. I think that's the right call. But I didn't realize Gaffigan was next on the bill.
Right. So Fraser had to go back up on stage like with Michael Richards' dismembered body by the exit. People probably wanting their money back. Like, it must have been a mess, bro.
Madhouse, dude.
Fraser walks on stage. He finally gets the attention of whoever's in that showroom, and he goes, that's comedy, folks. And why I think that's so great is because Fraser Smith was like a house MC at the Ice House, at the Laugh Factory, at the Comedy Store. Like thousands of shows for LA crowds where he's probably had to go back, go up after people's bombing.
Oh my God.
All types of things.
Yeah.
And so he just goes, hey, that's comedy folks. Because he has to then transition into whatever joke he's going to do to to reset the crowd for the next comic.
It's also just insightfully perfectly true as well. I mean, that's what happens.
I mean,
know?
yeah.
You don't go to a live comedy show expecting to like see a perfect taping scenario. You know what I mean?
But you also don't go there
No,
expecting to see the guy from Seinfeld say the N-word 500 times.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, dude. And like that clip is so infamous because it's not just like one time.
Yeah, but now
like
you can
said,
watch
it's like everybody. He's a and you're just like, what in the fuck?
But now you can watch that clip again,
Yeah,
knowing what I have now told you.
I love it.
So that was my comedy story of the day.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that bit actually inspired Joe Rogan's entire podcast.
Stop it. All right, man. There's so much to talk about. This was the week that Trump dropped his lawsuit.
Yeah.
His $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS. So
Okay, so
we'll talk more about that disgusting lawsuit in the rundown.
Yes.
The other thing I want to ask, is Thomas Massey a bitch for conceding to that $30 million baseball bat they sent after him?
I don't know what else he could have done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he
concede?
He conceded after it was obvious that he wasn't going to win, right after the votes were cast. No, I think the bitches are the people who dumped outside state money into that election. And then the ultra bitches are the boomers, because I'll just be real about it. Like, the data is in. It was basically old boomers that ditched Massey to get this fucking, Epstein list connected douchebag fucking, on the ballot.
Because $30 million guys knew that they were the least media literate people, and they just attacked them.
Yeah, like whatever it is, right? And they tarnished Thomas Massey of all people as like some rhino. You know what I mean? Like, literally the only thing he has disagreed with Trump on is that whole Epstein files thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the only fucking thing she called him out on was the Epstein files thing. I don't remember who the other two are, but basically, Nancy Mace was one and Lauren Boebert was one. So he's also endorsed Boebert's opponent in her primary. So her fucking, she might as well start giving hand jobs in theaters for a living now, because that's...
She'll make money.
And she should. This is America. I don't sex work shame anybody.
Yeah.
I just don't think she was right for Congress. And then Nancy Mace, the governor.
When I save up $20, I'm going to hire Lauren Boebert to give me a hand job.
# squad goals. But yeah, dude. So, fuck, man.
So basically, you can agree with all Trump's grifting, everything. And you're just like, but sorry, dude, you can't be a pedophile, nor can anyone else.
Yeah, racism.
And he's like, okay. You're out of here.
Yeah. Racism, classism, transphobia, homophobia,
robbery,
Islamophobia, robbery, like just straight up grand larceny of our fucking treasury.
Thuggery.
Right? Thuggery, fucking illegal war startery. All this bullshit, but the one thing you can't...
High gassery.
Exactly.
High gassery's fine, bro.
Fine with them. Yeah. High egg pricery. They don't give a shit.
They were just like, listen, man.
Yeah.
You just can't touch kids.
Yeah, the limit is you can't not be okay with touching kids or sex trafficking young women / young girls. That's literally what the border was that was drawn. And
only 4 people were on the other side of it.
That's the other fucked up part, dude. Well, now McConnell. We're probably going to talk about that, so we'll get to that later. But
good.
I don't think Massey is a bitch. I think Massey got run over. Where I think Massey's a bitch is that he spent most of his political career sucking up to the side that mobbed him out of a job.
What do you think Massey will be next?
Commentator. He'll be like a writer for like Reason magazine or some shit. He'll go on Fox. He might even be the guy that goes on CNN now. You know what I mean? Adam Kinzinger is a good fucking example analog. Yeah, or maybe Justin Amash. Like, once you're out of that movement, the Republicans once you're out of the big tent and out of power, it'll be really hard to get back in and have any kind of real sway. Like, look at Rick Santorum. Look
but
at
what
Michelle
if
Bachmann.
he started taking a seat in the Senate or in
What I think
or
he
in
should
Congress
do is
as
consider
an independent?
run. Yeah,
Right.
I think he should try to regain his seat and work out a deal with the Democrat. And I cannot believe I'm saying
Independents is where all these Republicans are gonna go.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that because I would, of course, much rather have whoever the Democrat candidate is there. But this is where I'm not in a cult, and I know that you've got to think like long term and victory wise, and you have to look at it and go, if Massey was that close, all those Massey pissed off voters are not going to all go towards the Democrat. Some of them might, or some of them will probably pocket veto, which is what Republicans do when they just don't show up and vote. They can swallow not voting way easier than they can swallow voting for a socialist libtard, right? So I guess you got to have Massey either come out and strongly say either stay home and don't vote or write me in. And then you got to have the Democrat be on board with it and say, look, our democracy is way more important. And we know that Massey is a known quantity and can actually get delivered results in this regard. So, I don't know. Unless you can see the polling where it's like, look, because they fucked Massey so hard, everybody's so mad, and the Democrat now has a shot. I think that's going to happen all over the country.
Probably.
Because they're not reading the tea leaves. They're just trying to fascist their way into power. And I don't think that works as easily.
They're just doing the bull in the china shop authoritarianism.
What you keep saying it. The fuck you going to do about it? Where the fuck you going to do about it, face?
But that gets messy.
It does.
That's when gangsters get caught when they get too arrogant.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Another important thing happened today.
Okay.
Kevin Warsh, as in, did you wash your underwear this morning? That's a Pittsburghese word, warsh.
Warsh. No, you really? Because
I gotta wash my car.
It must be Midwest.
It is Midwest.
Yeah, my granny says warsh. Wash
Kevin
your hands,
Warsh.
Wash up. Yeah.
As in, he is washing the Fed of Jerome Powell's.
He's doing some money
of
washing.
Jerome Powell's conservatism.
Right, and yeah.
Jerome Powell was a conservative Fed chair.
Stalwart as fuck, yeah. Yeah.
He was trying to protect the value of the currency.
But this is one of those weird moments where I go, if it wasn't Trump, I would trust this and like this a little bit more because I would trust he wasn't putting in, another criminal crony friend of his. But I do think the Fed has been too conservative in a lot of ways with rates. Because
but they're going to lower the rate, which means a bunch of cash is going to flood into the economy.
You're going to start seeing, like 500-year mortgages and
which
shit
then,
like that.
That means,
That
means
nobody owns a thing in the dollar.
Inflation's going to continue to go up.
No shit. Well, yeah, that is true. But I think we are fighting an uphill losing battle against a system that because 30% of the country just does not believe in changing a single thing, we're kind of fucked. And so I don't know. But like I said, I don't like this move because I don't like the guy putting his friend in.
If we put $1 trillion of new money into the economy, and 80% of it was going to go to the lowest 20% of the country,
that's one thing.
I would be all about that.
Yeah, that's just a direct cash
But what's
injection.
going to happen is $1 trillion of cash is going to go into the economy.
That's right.
And the top 1% is going to take 90% of it.
I was just going to say, it'll be like $999 billion,
and then after it's all been taken, the working class people are going to be left with higher prices and weaker dollar value.
Yeah.
So it's
there is no win. There is no win in this system unless it gets changed, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's the shitty part. Is like I hate it when I agree with Trump on anything, and I do think he is right that interest rates should have come down at least 3 times last year, because we're getting fucked. The lower and middle class is getting fucked, and the only people that really benefit from higher interest rates are the people that have the money invested, and those people are the richer people. Like most people our age and lower don't even think about retirement anymore. They're just like, retirement, what are you talking about? I'm going to die working because that's all I can do. You know what I mean? Like who actually...
If I'm lucky.
Right? People have savings, and I get that. Not everybody is bad at money as I am. I'm not saying that. But like you have to be so fortunate to be in a position, You know what I mean? Last year I did great, did greater than I had any time before in my life. You know what I mean? And I still had no savings, and I still had a larger tax bill than ever. And now, especially, I'm triply fucked because of the taxes I had to pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that is not getting better by letting people like Jerome Powell protect only the investment class first. That I understand, but Trump is not the guy to follow. You know what I mean? Trump is the Pied Piper that will lead us poors over the fucking cliff. That's my problem with Trump.
Before you feel bad, I do want to say it's very hard to be stable if you don't start off with a strong foundation.
Yeah.
And trying to create a foundation while you're trying to keep up in this economy and live is like trying to fix a moving car.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I don't know. Regardless, I hope this Fed chair does a good job.
Yeah, right. I mean, I just hope he's not as criminal.
I just
as he
know
probably
anything Trump does is for him and not
Correct.
us.
And that's why I don't trust him doing it. You know what I mean? If this was an FDR type or a Teddy Roosevelt type, I'd be like, fuck yeah, it's time to take it to the man. But Trump is not a corporate busting fucking, he's a robber baron.
Right.
He's one of them.
Right.
Sorry, I just had to get it out of my system one time.
No, you're right.
It's
you're
my
right
pterodactyl scream that makes me mad sometimes.
It's pretty clear Trump is not for anybody but Trump and Trump's homies. Even the cable news is saying it now.
Even the IRS is saying it.
Yeah. Everybody knows it. Trump's a dickhead. It's pretty clear now.
What was the t-shirt?
Trump's a dickhead. That it's become pretty clear.
It's pretty clear Trump's a dickhead.
Yeah, it's pretty clear Trump's a dickhead.
I gotta write that down. I think we should sell that shirt. That's a very funny fucking shirt.
Oh man, I don't know how you sell. I don't know how do you sell a shirt without making 1,000 of them and putting them in your garage?
Print on demand, baby.
Okay,
I'll tell you how to do that.
Then yes,
later.
we should make one.
Right?
Make it for sale and I'll promote it.
Oh, now we're talking.
To my 9 million followers.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of something that is important and I have researched.
I love it.
Taiwan.
Okay.
And Tiny Doritos. Do you know what Tiny Doritos
No,
means?
what are Tiny
Microchips, James.
Oh,
Come on.
booyah.
Get with the program, Skippy.
Sorry.
That is why Taiwan is so important, is because they produce, I don't know if all, but like most of the world's microchips.
Sure.
If Taiwan is not doing good business with you, you're not doing good computer business.
Right, exactly. You ain't chipping unless you're chipping with Taiwan. You know
So
what I mean?
we have been carefully keeping Taiwan out of the clutches of Beijing
Yeah.
for what? Decades, for sure.
Yeah.
And now, because America has been so expended in Iran and politically and economically, we are not in the position to stop Xi from taking Taiwan.
No, we have no moral high ground. And in fact, we have a president who will gladly make a backroom deal with Xi so that Trump Hotel Taiwan can be built. Like that's the reality of it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's all he really wants is some shitty property deal.
Yep.
And literally everyone else gets fucked.
That's right.
So I have been saying Taiwan's important on this show for a while.
You have been.
But now that it's so important, I want to make sure we discuss
Let's drill down
the
into it.
importance of Taiwanese microchip manufacturing.
Make my brain pussy wet and fuck it with your facts, Zach. Go.
Taiwanese microchip technology is critical to the United States because Taiwan produces over 90% of the world's most advanced semiconductors.
Right, which we need for all our military tech.
These chips power foundational U.S. sectors, including artificial intelligence, telecommunications, consumer electronics, and national defense systems. The profound reliance on Taiwan's semiconductor infrastructure underpins several key aspects of U.S. interests.
Yep.
Number one, technological dominance. American tech giants like Apple, NVIDIA, and AMD design the world's most advanced microprocessors, but they outsource the physical manufacturing entirely to Taiwanese foundries like TSMC.
That's right.
Without Taiwanese fabrication, U.S. industry, and the rapid development of artificial intelligence would stall. Which I wouldn't mind, actually. But so would a lot of other things. Yeah. National security, modern military hardware, including advanced fighter jets, missile-guided systems, and cybersecurity infrastructure relies heavily on these cutting-edge chips.
For now it does, but I have an announcement to make. My slightly less retarded son is starting his own microchip company, Trump Chips.
Trump Chips.
It's called Trump Chips. So please keep educating me, but don't worry out there.
TRUMPCHIPS.
Yeah.
That's 10 letters.
10 letters.
Trump Chips. Best brand I've ever created.
That's right. And you can actually dip them right in the guacamole. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Listen, before you put the chip in the computer, just take a little bite. They're delicious. They'll still work. That's how good they are.
And what I understand is a margarita on the side.
Oh, boy.
Margarita. That was my retarded son's nanny, by the way. Continue. I'm sorry.
Economic stability. Semiconductors are the lifeblood of the global economy. Yeah. Any interruption in the manufacturing or shipping of Taiwanese microchips would cause widespread shortages across U.S. automotive, medical, and manufacturing industries, potentially triggering severe economic downturns. Severe. Not these little ones. We're not talking about severe. Yeah, we're talking about Lauren Boebert handjob severe, bro.
Beetlejuice in it.
Everybody's going to be given handjobs. Not Lauren Boebert's going to be your coworker, bro. You're going to work at Handjob Hut.
She's going to be your handjob mentor, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Your handjob guru. You're going to pay Lauren Boebert money not to stroke you, but to teach you how to stroke.
Beat a man off. He comes for a day. Teach a man to beat off.
He makes everybody else
and he could have a sick-ass side hustle.
That's called boot flapping it.
All right. So geopolitics and the Silicon Shield.
Yep.
Taiwan's monopoly on high-tech manufacturing creates a silicon shield, meaning its essential role in the global economy incentivizes the U.S. and its allies to prioritize the island's security and stability.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, right? Every now and again,
if China wants to take over the world, all they got to do is take Taiwan.
Well, let's not hope that happens, but yeah, right? I mean...
Who does let's have a bet.
Oh, okay. What are your terms?
Does China take Taiwan before Israel takes Lebanon?
Shit. Oh, goddamn. Are we going on Poly Market with this?
We should go on Poly Market with this.
Place like $1 on each.
I don't have insider information.
Yeah, right? I know.
It just seems like both those things are pretty close to happening because nothing's
well, because the
them.
U.S. there's nobody, like normally, historically, it would be this country probably inappropriately big dick swinging and being like, you can't do that. But I mean,
zero chance
right.
Trump authorizes
maybe the
military
UN tries to
China.
step in, maybe, but like they're a paper tiger. They're not going to do anything right, and we're not going to go to war with China over Taiwan.
Somebody's going to have to stand in front of Taiwan.
Yeah.
And say, China, if you cross this line, we're going to nuke you, bro.
Nuke you, bro.
Or we're going to missile your this, or we're going to do that. But like,
missile your this.
The only person that can make that threat was the United States.
Correct.
I'm not sure we can. I haven't really.
Because even if we made it, like most of our allies would be like this. Okay, I'm going to fucking go over there.
Well, we have no allies.
Correct.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Also, the amount of armament we've expelled in Iran
is ridiculous.
From what I understand, is
a lot.
Not a lot, too much.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's
in essence, all of it.
Right.
We emptied all our clips.
Right.
And you can't just reload these type of clips in 5 minutes.
We did it like back.
It takes years to remanufacture the money or the missiles that we expended on Iran.
We treated Iran. We treated our stockpile of ammunitions in Iran, like I would treat my jizz as a teenager when my parents would leave the house and maybe jizz like 8 times in a day and then wonder why my dick was chafed and my balls hurt for a day and a half. You know what I mean? And maybe I just wanted to talk about how I jizzed 8 times in a day once. I don't know, but I feel like there is an analogy there and I want you to find it for me while I do the Jeopardy song.
James, we're recording a podcast.
We sure are.
You have to put on your jizz governor. You know how like a golf cart can only go so fast? You can only go so jizz on
I'm
this
your
podcast.
jizz governor.
Yeah. You're over jizzing, man.
That was
So
the
now
point of my story.
Now that we've educated everybody
That was the point of my
on
story.
Taiwan,
And the army over jizzed in Iran. You're welcome.
Now that
You're
we've-
welcome, America. Sorry, continue.
I put James on a type of drugs that I shouldn't put James on the type of. We have one Memefowar segment
Let's go.
before
I
we
love
go
this
into
segment.
a phenomenal rundown.
Memefowar.
I saw this meme, all right? It was like a light-skinned black lady in the 70s picture,
Okay.
and it said on top of it, this woman recorded over 300,000 hours of TV over 35 years because she was scared people would try to rewrite history.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom of the thing it says, and she was right.
Yeah.
And it made me think, and I was like, but let me make sure that's true.
You always got to.
Submitted a ticket to Bollywood Politics.
Okay.
And got a report back.
Okay.
The woman is named Marion Stokes.
Okay.
She recorded over 300,000 hours of television from 1977 until her death in 2012.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
The Philadelphia librarian, civil rights activist, and
now we go.
investor
Yes.
recorded television broadcasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wow. Total footage. She captured between 300,000 and 400,000 hours of television history.
Oh my God.
Some estimates that means she got all the news from every night. Like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine like what you would record of human history in those 30 years.
And shit that they would lie about now.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I hope her library lives somewhere, and I wish
I'm
somebody
going to
would
tell you
take it
about
of
that.
her.
I'm going to tell you about that.
I love you. Keep going.
Okay. She ran up to 8 VCRs simultaneously to capture multiple channels at once. Physical tapes. Her project spanned 35 years and filled 71,000 VHS and
Yes.
Betamax tapes.
Beta.
Storage. The massive collection eventually took up her entire home,
Yeah. I would
forcing
think so.
her to buy additional apartments and rent multiple storage units just to house the tapes.
Hero. That's hero shit.
So I assume it's since she was such a smart person, it was digitized
God, I
prior
hope
to her
so.
death.
I hope so.
Because that's something you could pay to have happen.
Absolutely. That's shit that should be in the Library of Congress. Like, that is like living. I mean, and just like for the kids at home out there, like that might seem pretty easy to do with like 8 streaming devices and just screen recording them. But you got to remember back in like the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, you would literally have to have like 5 or 6, 7, 8 cable outlets, right?
Yeah.
Each with their own fucking cable box attached to it so that it can, you know what I mean?
Even if it was just network
Yeah.
TV, you would need 8 TVs, 8
Yes.
Betamax decks.
Yeah.
All those tapes, and
Yeah,
God
yeah.
knows what those
Yeah.
tapes cost at
Right?
the time.
And she's just doing it because she knows she can't trust humanity to tell the honest story of history. That's fucking fucked up.
That's librarian superhero
Hell yeah,
stuff.
that's librarian civil rights activist shit.
Yeah,
'cause she
that's pretty
knows.
dope.
Yeah. And the great part is it's in no way relevant to today.
Yeah, kind of. But it is good that it's there for our
No,
children.
I was kidding. It's very relevant to today.
If the
'cause-
world ever slows down and they get to
Dude.
learn again instead of just survive.
Right? So just spitting, regurgitating fucking shit for the test that they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just regurgitating the 80s and 90s for clicks.
Right?
Ugh.
Ugh.
All right, we do have a rundown.
Let's run it down.
And it is real. And it's going to cover a couple things that we already hinted to.
It's
And
real.
it's going to cover everything else that happened this week. This is the top news.
Top news.
From this week, brought to you by the deliciously haired Bad Libs.
That's right.
I got my hair did for this episode.
It looks good. It looks
you.
good.
Thank you.
I think I was not surprised to find out that Bali Tix also has a hair salon in El Monte that you can visit. But I was pleasantly surprised at the job they did with your gorgeous locks.
Yeah, dude. I like a tight perm, bro.
I do too.
Okay.
But do the carpets match the drapes?
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Here he goes again.
That's for your OnlyFans, though.
Man, dude.
What?
I gotta stop. I gotta stop, man. I gotta stop looking this good, getting you all. I feel bad that I tease you, and I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Can I tell you what though? That's my kink. So just never give in.
Then one day I feel a pinch in my neck, and I'm like, what was that? And then I just drop, and then I wake up.
You can't walk straight for 3 weeks. And
Oh boy.
what?
I wake up and I have mosquito bites all over my butt cheeks. Mosquito James.
How'd you know they called me Mosquito back in the day?
Mosquito James.
Mosquito James.
Yeah.
Because he likes to nibble your booty cheeks.
All right, the rundown. We're doing something. I know that.
Foreign policy and war in Iran.
Yes.
Trump delays Iran strikes. President Trump announced Monday that he called off a major wave of military strikes. Just called it off.
Just called it off.
The postponement came at the direct request of leaders from Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to allow room for serious negotiations.
See, I can nuke you, I can unnuke you, I can bomb you, I can unbomb you.
Seriously, once I nuke you, I could come there like Jesus and just
Right.
pull the nuke out of you.
Right. As long as either Qatar or Saudi Arabia, somebody giving Kushner some money.
If you want to pre-buy unnuking services from me,
from the Board of Peace.
yes, it's $100,000 per person who wants
I'll take your
unnuked.
payment. Cobra Commander will take your payment. Somebody will take your payment.
Escalating rhetoric despite the pause.
Yes.
Trump warned on Truth Social that the clock is ticking.
Oh my God.
He noted that the U.S. military remains postured for a full-scale assault if ceasefire talks continue to stall over Iran's demands for war reparations.
Okay, I just want to reiterate that we already won this war, and this war is already victorious on our side, right? Like we won this war when we started it. This is the longest won war we've ever
Polls over the conflict.
Do it.
The New York Times polls released Monday show President Trump's approval rating has plummeted to a second-term low of 37%. Most registered voters stated the war is not worth the economic and geopolitical costs. No, it's not. Dude, if most voters understand that, Trump's made Americans smarter. I'm actually impressed.
I know. What if he accidentally did that?
Oh.
Right?
Oh, shit. Oh, you guys don't think. You don't think it's worth the economic and geopolitical cost?
Right? Oh.
Did you think about that when everybody told you it wouldn't be
Right?
worth?
For 4 years?
Yeah.
Like after you fucked around for the first time and you were like, hey guys, can we not do that again? And you're like, no, we're going to do it twice as hard.
I listened to a pretty educated commentator this week argue pretty convincingly that Trump is going to nuke Iran.
Oh God,
And we won't hear about it till after it happens. You'll just wake up one morning and it'll be like, Trump did it. He nuked Iran.
Oh, dude, I really don't want that.
I don't want it either.
But I do
this
understand
very
how
smart,
he would be the guy.
well-educated man
Yeah.
convinced me
No,
that
right.
it was the most probable.
And was his reasoning just that Trump is the stupidest fucking person on the planet?
No, that he's not that he's stupid, that
Desperate.
he's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's proven that. And he's done things that are justifiably nuts.
Yeah. I mean, we've
Not
had
justifiably. What's the word? Inarguably nuts.
inarguably nuts. We have had other crazy people in charge of nuclear arsenals before.
Who?
Just not in America.
Who?
The North Koreans come to mind.
But Kim Jong-un has never demonstrated himself to be as reckless as Donald Trump.
No, and that's wild. That's wild because he and his dad are, I mean, they're pretty reckless dictators, you know what I mean? And they are
reckless internally, but they never fucking started a war with South Korea.
No, they just saber rattle it the whole. What I'm trying to say is like, really the point of me bringing it up is just that the kinds of people, I would say that India and Pakistan are kind of crazy about how they treat their nuclear arsenals just because they're constantly fucking pointed at each other, right? Like
But they've
nuclear
never
weapons
done it.
in general are crazy, are
But they
fucking
don't
nuts.
Pakistan, I can't remember Pakistan ever threatening to nuke India.
I mean, I have to go back and look at it, but I'm pretty sure it's been a retaliatory.
I don't think
threat.
Modi's ever verbally threatened to nuke Pakistan.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's an implied threat. If they're like,
Yeah, but implied means you're sane.
I think it just means you're a different flavor of crazy.
Direct means you're fucking nuts.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah. Like,
or
yeah,
you're
yeah.
reckless. And
No,
what?
that's
And the other thing
undoubtedly
this
true.
guy argued is Trump doesn't bluff. He actually does this shit.
Right. So he's basically making the Dr. Strangelove argument that like it can happen because it will happen because he's the guy
Just
crazy
like
enough to do it.
We are going to attack Cuba. They already indicted Raul Castro.
Yeah. Let's put it this way: if they do it, then it should be the least surprising thing to everybody. But all the media will act shocked. Certain people
Honestly,
on the left will act shocked.
Cuba being a 51st state makes a lot more sense than Venezuela. I'll just say that.
I think Cuban independence, it would be great. Independence from the Castro dictatorship and from the American colonial fucking McKinley doctrine fucking around with.
Why should they get independence? I want independence.
Because somebody should get it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because then we can move there, dude. Do you know how amazing it would be to live in Cuba? If it's like...
Yeah, but I'd rather just go there as an American citizen like I'm flying to Florida.
Yeah, but at least they have universal health care there.
They might not want to be a 51st state.
No,
They're
they
like,
do not.
then we'll get
Dude,
shit ass.
does
We'll be
Puerto Rico- yeah,
Republican.
Puerto Rico doesn't want to be a 51st state. They would rather be they would rather be independent.
Yeah, Cuba would rather be independent than be a red state.
Right.
Which is what they would be.
Correct, because they won't. Well, yeah, exactly.
It's exactly what they'd be.
Maybe they'd be less. Maybe they'd be a little bit better because like they actually have a tourism. Like you know what I mean? Like who is actually going to tour Alabama?
When they're an American state, they're not going to be called Cuba. They're going to be called
New
Florida
Cuba.
2.
They're going to be called Trumpland.
Or Trumpland. Maybe Trumpland. Trumpland would be nuts.
Oh my God, Saint Trumpland. Right? And Stephen Miller's the first governor.
Honestly, if he called Cuba Trumpland as the 51st state, I would go there just to start drinking again.
Trumpian rum.
I don't know what it would be. It would be a fucking shit show. It would be me puking everywhere.
Right.
Oh, boy. Is that a real thing? Or are we just like being crazy? Could it really be a 51st state or is that caca poo poo talk?
I mean, it would have to go through the same process that Puerto Rico's had to go through, and they.
But I feel like Cuba stands a better chance. I feel like Cuba's so close.
Well, because so many Cubans have come over to Florida.
Venezuela's far as fuck, bro. Cuba's not far.
I think it's silly. I think it's less likely, or I don't think it's likely that either Cuba or Venezuela become a state. Whether they become a territory, maybe. I mean, I would certainly hope not, because again.
Did Puerto Rico become an American territory after a war?
Yeah, I think so. You're quizzing me in my history knowledge that I wish I had.
Well, thank you for being honest.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being honest.
I don't want to ever give people the wrong information, but I feel like it was maybe the Mexican-American War that we got it as part of it. It might have even been the Spanish-American War, maybe. I feel like who is blowing your shit up right now?
Oh, my daughter.
She's good.
She's at the beach.
All right.
Something about seals and dolphins.
Oh, she's being sweet.
I'll check on our break,
Yeah.
which will come after we talk about midterm elections and primary results.
Yes.
Senator Bill Cassidy loses primary in a major political shockwave. Senator Bill Cassidy, Republican of Louisiana, the chair of the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committees, lost his re-election bid in Louisiana's primary. He is the first sitting senator to lose a primary in nearly a decade.
Yeah.
Cassidy faced immense pressure for being one of the 7 GOP senators who voted to convict Donald Trump in his 2021 impeachment trial.
Right.
Damn, it took him this long to get him out? I guess this is the first time he was up for re-election.
6-year terms, and most of his term was under Biden.
And they sent some Goomba like they sent at Thomas Massey.
That's right.
Some well-funded pawn stooge,
dumbhead,
just a
fucking Trumpian piece of shit.
Mike Johnson.
Yeah.
Mike Jensen.
Yeah, except it's the Senate, so it'd be like
generic white guy number 8.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, dude, and it's just to add insult to injury, Cassidy is a doctor who was like the swing vote in getting RFK fucking confirmed into his spot as Health and Human Services Secretary.
So he's loyal, but also he couldn't argue with the evidence in the impeachment.
Right.
And
I believe that the 2021 impeachment trial was over the attack on January 6th. It wasn't even like the one that he should have been convicted on for trying to extort Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm pretty sure Cassidy voted voted along with all the other Republican senators to have no evidence, to have just be a sham fucking trial. So if Cassidy's only claim to fame was that he said, you know what, I think insurrections are still bad, then I'm glad he had the courage of character, but he's still, like I said, he's still got RFK Jr. a fucking spot, and that dude is a dangerous Nepo baby fucking psychopath, you know?
You're a dangerous Nepo baby psychopath.
I take a little bit of. Hold on. I take a little bit of a umbrage to that, because here's the thing: I grew up inside a raccoon's butthole. My father, the late great Robert Kennedy, before he was assassinated, he took the inside of a raccoon and blew it up and stuck me inside of it.
All right, we gotta
What
take
was
a
I
break.
saying?
When we come back, it's legal and domestic policy. All right.
Yeah.
And we are back and recording, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We have to discuss legal and domestic policy.
I love it.
As teased in the beginning of the episode, Trump drops his $10 billion IRS lawsuit. And by drops, we mean tried to settle
With
when
himself.
when the judge told him it's not a real lawsuit.
Right.
You can't do this lawsuit. Well, Trump is like, well, I guess me and the defendant will negotiate a settlement.
And who's the defendant in this case, Don?
Well, it's me.
Oh, so okay, so is this like the People's Court? Dun, dun, dun. This is the plaintiff, Donald Trump. He's suing the defendant, Donald Trump, for leaking his tax records.
So I talked to myself.
This is the defendant, Donald Trump. He's being sued by Donald Trump for leaking his tax records.
Me, myself, and I agreed that $1.8 billion will be suitable.
Your Honor, I have a star key witness I'd like to call. His name is Donald Trump.
So the settlement has turned into a controversial $1.8 billion, quote, anti-weaponization fund.
Yeah.
The dropped lawsuit is tied to a new department of Justice legal settlement.
yeah.
The agreement establishes a $1.8 billion government fund intended to compensate individuals, including those charged in the January 6th Capitol riot, who claim they were unfairly treated by previous administrations.
Oh, were you unfairly treated in our justice system?
We talked about this before.
traitor
He was
bitches.
always going to do this. And like I said, this is just more conservative welfare for people that serve their movement.
Yep.
He's basically just paying a bunch of captains to recruit him soldiers and be loyal servants to him outside of the law.
Right. And what are the rules with this fund? Like, is it anybody who has the IRS or the government weaponized against them?
The rules are what I say the rules are.
Because, like, what if the vice president told people to, like, narc on people who made jokes about, I don't know, a podcaster that got fucking shot in the neck, and then a bunch of people got somebody fired and you lose your entire income. Isn't that weaponization of the government for the vice president to encourage everybody to go on a lynch? I'm just asking questions here.
I
Zach.
think you should apply for some Trump money.
Can you imagine?
And then we
We'll
can
just see what happens.
take your $1 million,
Right?
and go
Open a
record
venue.
this podcast
Ah,
from the 9th hole at Mar-a-Lago. That would be tight.
that would be
Smoke
amazing.
some Florida weed and
Right.
record a podcast on Trump's property about how big of a dickhead he is.
Right.
With his money. Actually, it's not his money. It's our
No, it's our
money.
money.
Sorry, people. I'm not going to
Right.
steal your money and make a
Right.
podcast.
The IRS, Trump's IRS agreed with Trump's DOJ to give Trump and his friends $1.8 billion of everybody else's money. And at the are you going to talk about the settlement, the bullshit settlement they also made where they're not allowed to ever audit Trump again?
Oh.
Did you put that in the
I didn't
the
know
notes?
about that.
Yeah.
That wasn't in
no,
the
that, no,
notes.
that's the thing that my post on Blue Sky was about, was basically what's the point of anybody paying taxes? Because if the president basically got a lifetime get out of tax fraud free card, nobody
Past and future.
right, because that's the thing is people are like, well, no, it's not the future. I'm like, no, did you read what the agreement was? 'Cause the agreement was we're going to drop all the audits and the IRS is forever barred from ever investigating him or his family and their entities again. This will likely be challenged so hard and even thrown out by this Supreme Court, but it's just one more example of how he doesn't give a fuck anymore, and he's at the
But
what the
he's
fuck you gonna do
doing
about
he's
it phase.
doing it until they make him not do it.
And that's the
Which
whole point of our
means
system.
the
by the way.
IRS will say, well, it's ordered. I'm erasing
Right,
everything. We're
right.
dropping everything.
Right.
And we're putting a memo in the file that says you can't investigate this list of people.
Right, right.
So it's already there.
No,
It's
no,
already
there.
done.
Right. And should the presidency change hands next time to a Democratic president, yeah, they can like order this shit
Or
reversed.
someone, and they could order that, or a
Right.
lawsuit could order it.
Right.
But then whoever's in charge of the IRS at the time is probably going to reply to that by saying, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Everything's been
Right.
deleted.
Please see Trump's Department of Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're fucked. We're fucked. And
Call Tyrone. Maybe he
Yeah.
has it
Yeah.
because we don't have it here.
yeah. Like this might be one of the most obvious thefts that he's done of our treasury. And then again, to the nerve of this guy.
What a scam. What a
Right.
creative
Yeah.
scam.
Right?
I'm not just going to order that they get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue myself to
And
get rid of
and
it.
then in order to settle the suit, I'll just agree to never have the laws applied to me again.
It's like when Edward Norton shoots himself
Yes.
at the end of Fight Club.
Yes.
You're like, is he killing himself?
No, he's killing.
He's killing
Yeah.
Tyler Durden.
Right. But is he right? Right.
Is he suing himself?
No, John Barron is suing
No, he's not suing himself.
him. The president is suing him.
He's just doing it to set up a giant slush fund.
Technically, this lawsuit was brought by the president of Texas, not me. So I just want to say,
Sir, there
I
is no
appreciate-
president of Texas?
no, it's the guy. He's the president of Texas.
Whoever's
He
in
is
charge is the president.
I think his
okay?
name is John Barron or
John
something like
Gotti
that.
was the president
Right.
of the mob.
Right. I'm pretty sure it was one of the guys who played the president in a movie once.
He won in a landslide.
Not my fault. I'm taking advantage of loopholes.
No
Okay?
other mobster could get Michigan, Pennsylvania.
Right.
North
I won all the swing
Carolina.
states. Okay.
Yeah, Gotti won all the swing
Yeah.
boroughs.
That's what I told the IRS. If you're the president who won every swing state, you don't have to pay taxes ever again.
Voting Rights Act protections stalled. The Supreme Court temporarily avoided taking up a major legal challenge regarding the enforcement of the Voting Rights Act. The move pauses a push that civil rights advocates warn could severely limit minority voter protection.
Could?
So therefore, that won't be fixed till after the midterms.
It's not could. They would not be doing it if they didn't think it would.
So if this was a battle,
Yeah.
they would have just landed a significant blow.
Pretty bad blow. Yeah.
Prior to the elections,
Yeah.
it's like Gladiator when he sticks that knife in Russell Crowe before they fight.
Yeah.
Like it's already not a fair
It's
fight.
predetermined.
So it's already not a fair fight right now.
Right. And let's not forget that these states were already gerrymandered.
Yeah.
It's just they weren't like obviously racially gerrymandered, which they are now. And of course, we get now the rest of our lives to hear a smug fucking right tell us, no, it's not racist because we said you can't use racial data, you idiots. You were using racial data to draw your maps. So they just get to avoid
What day
reality.
is the elections? What's Super Tuesday this year?
No, the actual general election? Or
Yeah.
is it November?
Well, whatever it is, it's the day after
yeah.
Trump nukes Iran. Because we're just going to be just ready to vote.
Hold on. Let me get on Polymarket real quick and make that bet.
Well, what's Polymarket going to fucking matter, dude? I don't know the war game scenario of what happens when we shoot an intercontinental ballistic missile.
Would you like to play a game of intercontinental nuclear war, Mr. Trump?
No. All right. So before we close on an incredibly depressing note, which is our specialty, the Capitol Hill battles. White House security funding stripped. Senate Republican leaders are scrambling to rewrite sections of their key reconciliation bill. The Senate parliamentarians struck down several measures over the week, including a highly contested $1 billion funding request for Secret Service security upgrades at the White House and a Trump-owned ballroom. Yeah, the ballroom's not doing too good. The Senate said suck a dick on the ballroom.
Yeah, the Republicans were like, we punt, and it was
So no ballroom, no pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yes, payouts to a private army.
yeah.
So far.
Yeah, and apparently rumor is that Senate Republicans are pretty pissed about this slush fund for the J6ers too. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see something might happen to that. I don't know.
Listen, what if I was to get you a slush fund?
Oh.
Huh? Everybody gets a slush fund who's on Team Trump.
Listen, I own several 7-Elevens. We can all have a slushy fund. Okay?
They call me President Slush.
Let's have a Slurpee fund.
Why don't people like slush funds? Slush! Who doesn't like slush?
I love slush.
I love slush.
Slush is my favorite flavor of food. It's my favorite
Slush was my second mistress's name. Hey, Slush, get over here and teabag me. And she'd do it. Slush, good old Slush. She was a Moroccan immigrant from Brooklyn. People said I only liked white girls. Not true. Loved Slush.
So was she from Morocco and she moved to Brooklyn, or were her parents from Morocco and she was born in Brooklyn? Sorry, I need a backstory. Please make these characters three-dimensional.
She came from Morocco in 1982. I met her in 1995 when she was 13. I didn't move in immediately, which is usually my instinct. I'm a rich, powerful guy. I don't need to wait. I grab women by the pussy.
And I know what you're thinking, first of all. Yeah, she was 13 then, but she's like 45 now, okay? Gross.
Ew. But at the time, Slush was the one.
Oh, my God.
Slush was the one.
Oh, she was so slushy.
I told Marla, I said, listen, I got an appointment. I got an appointment at the office. I got to go. It's 2 o'clock on
Jeff's
a Tuesday.
meeting me at the airport.
I went to one of my apartments in Brooklyn. Slush was there. And she teabagged me. Oh, Slush, I love you. Oh, Slush, I love you. Gonna name funds after you. The type of funds that save your life. You saved my life. I was ready to kill myself with an old pistol 'cause I hated Marla and my kids. Then Slush came along and teabagged me and I was happy again. Happy again. Slush. Slush.
Slush.
Slush.
Slush.
Got a slush fund for my guys. They'll protect me to the end of time. Slush fund for my guys.
30 years ago, she was only 13.
End of
30
time.
years ago, now she's old and gross. Come on, don't I get a pass for it? Come on, baby.
Come on, guy.
Come on, guy.
Slush. Slush.
Slush.
Slush. We will see you guys next week
Yeah,
for
we will.
episode 19. New hair, new shades,
Slush. Slush.
New Balance
Slush.
tracksuit,
Slush.
slush.
Slush. Slush.
Maybe you'll get some slush.
Slush.
Everybody
Slush.
make sure you go to
Slush.
j6slush.com slush and get your piece of that 1.8 billy. We hope all Bad Libs listeners did not do J6, but get some of that slush. Some of that sweet slush. You could pour a tropical 7-Up on some slush. You could pour chocolate milk on some slush. You could pour $100 million on some slush. Cause yo, a slush wouldn't even feel 100 million. That's only 1/18th of the slush I got. 118 billion slush I got. 1.8 billion is the slush I got. That's a lot of slush. That's a lot of slush. Lot of slush. So much slush, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great week. Whee!